Allah seems so far away. And this is something that we've all grown up with. Something that we've been told that to be with Allah, we have to be a certain way, look a certain way, do certain things, and then only we will be closer to Allah. Through my journey of art as ibadat, I've come to understand that Allah is constantly telling us to return back to Him, meaning return back to our own heart. See, in our heart, He has placed and planted a seed of light. Our journey in this lifetime is to get to that seed. Till we make our journey towards that seed, we will not be able to move forward towards His light. We have to get to that seed, and when we get to that seed, He waters us in a way that we become nurturing not only towards ourselves but also towards those who are in our life. It is in that seed He's planted our purpose also. So to get to that seed, we have to go through darkness. As they call it, the dark night of the soul. There are many, many nights that one soul goes through crying and screaming so that they're able to be heard by Allah. There's excruciating pain when your spiritual awakening happens. You feel disconnected from the world. You feel disconnected from all your loved ones. You feel unheard, unseen, and unvalued. And this only and only happens so that you are able to connect to your heart, so that you are able to unlock the power that Allah has given you in your heart. So the journey is not becoming a doctor, a wonderful artist, or anything that you thought you're here to do. Your journey is to get to that light, and that light becomes the power that helps you express His love through whatever it is that you are here to do. So, but that light is so, so important to get to, but not many of us make it to that light because we don't even value it. We don't even believe in it because half the time we don't even know it is there. When you look up any prophet, or any person in this universe who has done really well for themselves, it is a certain kind of migration that they have to do from what they were to that what Allah wanted them to become, right? And for that they had to go through a journey, either through desert or splitting seas or whatever it is. A journey has to be made. Now so many people think the journey has to be made to a certain destination. I want you to kind of really absorb this. The destination is your heart. The destination is that light that Allah put in your heart. You see, that is the destination. That is the hijrat that we have to make within ourselves, to sit with ourselves, to connect to ourselves, and to ask ourselves, what is it that Allah wants me to do that will make Him happy with me? The world might not like what you have to share. The world might not be accepting of what you have to share. They might not understand what you're here to do. But that's not the reason you stop doing it. Now, for me, on my personal journey, it was art. I tried to do so many things in my life. I wanted to go and do my master's. I wanted to do my PhD and, do a lot of courses. And I just felt so called to art, and I just could not do any of these worldly qualifications, and it was such a massive scar on my mind. I always used to think, like, every time I tried to enroll in a certain course, it would not go through, or something would happen. I would lose some money. I wouldn't have any way of doing it. Something would just not let me go to university or these organizations. And I'd always feel very, very disappointed because I would see other people moving forward and gaining knowledge and studying, and I'd love to do that. And I used to ask myself, here I am just sitting and doodling, and what's the real point of doing this? Little did I know that through these moments of isolation, that I was actually cultivating something within my own self, like a whole university that was in me, teaching me how to use my art as a form of ibadat. With every line that I created, with every color that I placed on my canvas, the one thing that I was very conscious of, or becoming conscious of, was I couldn't be doing this if it was not the will of Allah. I could not be moving my hand the way it is moving if it was not the will of Allah. And through the simple act of letting go, I was able to create pieces which I didn't know where they came from. All I did was allowed myself the space to let go of what will get created and allow that what wants to get created. You see, there is a higher power that is running the show. We are all just vessels that is allowing that power to just flow through us. And when I say that, I don't mean it like I am allowing the power to go through me. It is the power chooses a certain vessel to come through in the way that it needs to or chooses to. And it just flows when we let go of control of how it should be flowing, where it should be flowing. When I let go of all of these, I allow my hand to be dancing on the paper without an ultimate goal of what it's going to be creating. And whenever I have worked with this idea of letting go of my hand and letting it be creating whatever it needs to, it has been the most healing experience, because the energy of the creator flows through me, calming my nerves, shutting down all the questions. How will it look? What will it look? There's no judgment, there's no expectations, there's no attachments, and suddenly what gets created is absolutely beautiful. And I have sat down with emotions of anger, of jealousy, of fear, of guilt. All of these emotions, I have sat down with them and allowed myself to create with that energy. And every time I have done that, what comes through is incredibly beautiful, way more incredible than I could ever create myself. And in those moments, I realized that it was not me. It was not me who was creating. It was me creating with somebody else. And that with somebody else, the more I trusted that, the more I became closer to Allah, the more I got curious about the unseen, the more I connected to art as my ibadat. It was not just patterns on paper. It was the light of God that was coming through my hands towards creating beauty in this world. It's like a song that comes out which I don't even know the lyrics of. It's like I'm dancing, but I don't have a pre-planned, choreographed steps of how to do it. It just happens. And that's something that I want to teach people, how to connect to their creativity, be able to go into a space feeling so safe and so at peace with themselves that they are able to connect to their inner voice through art. And this Ramzan, I will be launching my grids like the ones that you see on the screen. And for this, you do not have to be an artist. It is so profound, connecting to Allah through our creativity, for He Himself calls Himself the Creator. And so connecting to the creative power, the source of all creativity, and creating beauty together in this Ramzan, I invite you, if that's something that excites you or makes you feel curious and calls you towards, then I would love to have you. And all you have to do is download the templates and join the sessions. The templates will be available on my Patreon. You can actually have a look at that through my description box down below, and you can download them, just print them and join the session. It's as simple as that. There's a small fee that I charge for the downloads, but other than that, pay what you can. I've asked people to donate whatever they feel appropriate towards the sessions to kind of sustain my efforts, and that's pretty much it. So if that's something that you'd like to do, send me a message, connect with me. All my social media are down below, and you can join me into the spiritual journey of connecting to yourself, going within to your heart, unlayering, feeling safe, and getting into that creative space that your Allah has given you in your heart just to heal you. And together we will remember Allah, we will connect with Allah, we will heal each other, hold each other in a way like you've never been ever experienced before. And I say this with humility and compassion, because I know how it changed my life, and I know how it can for you too. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and peace, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, and Allah Hafiz for today.